with you at Whole Foods.
So Whole Foods, you talking about the protesting, right?
Yeah, like I'm so
In
lost.
the Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
So literally all started with just some kid put it on a Black Lives Matter face mask, and then the management at the store said you got to take it off and put on a different mask or we'll just send you home. The kid's like, just send me home. So then somebody brought up how it's kind of countering what Whole Foods says on their website,
Right.
saying racism has no place here. So if they're gonna say that, then at least let the employees show or well, yeah, have a manner showing that they support that ideal that racism should not be anywhere.
Okay.
So let them wear the Black Lives Matter mask. But then the management itself has been saying, oh, but it's a political thing. You can say it's political if you attack the organization, right? But the actual movement is not political at all. I don't think so.
It's human rights.
Right. So now everybody's wearing it. Now everybody's getting kicked out of freaking Whole Foods.
As they should.
And it's because they say store policy. Now, store policy also says you shouldn't be wearing any logo or anything sports related. Some things that have nothing to do with the company, right? So why are they picking at it now of people just wearing this face mask? Why is it such a big deal now? Why does store policy come in now about it? So these are things that people at where I work are trying to bring up to the highest level of management, and they're trying to tell them, hey, like if you're gonna say this and that, then you guys should back up what you're saying. Especially in the case where if you're saying racism has no place here in Whole Foods, then at least let the employees show it at least,
Right.
or back it up instead of playing the game that you're gonna say, oh, racism has no place here, but then actually when it comes to how you guys look at how each employee represents themselves, you're actually just scared of losing money among other customers that disagree with what those employees are trying to represent or support.
Okay.
That's what it's actually. That's where it kind of gets,
Fuzzy.
That's why they say store policy. They're scared of losing customers of just employees wearing the Black Lives Matter mask. And
so I have a question for you. Do you think they just put that on their website just for show because everybody else is doing it and they don't want to lose money and they want to feel like they're an ally even though they're really not?
I mean, definitely so. It's one of these things where the company itself, they sell food, right? Food should be offered to anybody. It doesn't matter,
Okay.
whatever how they look at how they look at things. So if somebody in this does not respect or is not with the movement, and and they come into Whole Foods and they see that, they're afraid that they'll lose that customer.
Right.
Right. Now we live in a state where, for the most part, people are very much open or liberal about things, right? So it's not really a big deal here, I guess. But in other places, I guess it's a bigger deal,
In
right?
other like less liberal states that have Whole Foods.
Yeah, like there's some people there that will counter Black Lives Matter with All Lives Matter, right?
Right.
So they're afraid of losing those customers. I'm assuming.
Okay.
And just putting out racism has no place here at this at this certain time of what's going on now, what's predicament going on now, right? It's just like, all right, but again, which side are you on? Uh,
It's
are you
whatever side
just
that makes them lose, doesn't make them lose money.
yeah? So it's like, are you saying you support Black Lives Matters, or you're just saying what you want to say that's enough to get you away with your actual position of where you should pick and choose in the whole situation of things.
So you want to feel like you're not racist while also at the same time not losing any money, basically. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, they're playing the game. You know, they know how to play the game well. I mean, well, what company doesn't? You know, money. It's money. Money is their.
Exactly. They're still a company at the end of the day, and that's what we have to realize.
Yeah.
Most of these companies do not care about us as people, just our pockets.
So.
Well, I'm just thinking about it real carefully. It's just like you got to think about Jeff Bezos. Bezos has been kind of talking a lot about everything that's going on, and he's the one that owns Whole Foods, right? Because Amazon.
Yeah, he owns a whole empire. And matter of fact, he brought up the email that the customer sent him. You know, the customer said, "Oh, some customer sent them some email talking
like
about
a complaint.
What was that?
Was it like a complaint?
Basically, they said they would have stopped there because the Black Lives Matter thing, and they were like swearing at him, and it was really vulgar.
Yeah, I'd have to go back, but he says he supports Black Lives Matter, basically, or he's with it, in other words. So it's like, all right, he's with it, but at the store they bring up store policy about wearing this face mask. Now, you can somewhat agree store policy, you know, is there itself, but why now? Why is it such a big deal now?
And I think that's the question everybody wants to know, because I feel like people don't really care until it starts to affect them. So they're like, yeah, Black Lives Matter, and then it shows up in your store, and you're like, ooh, I don't really think it really matters that much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, there are other rumors of other stores where people do wear it, and the management at that store is whatever about it.
Right.
You know, they haven't brought up any attention to it. Neither have they maybe brought it up to their highest level of, you know, management. They're just like, all right.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if that's how they're gonna respond to it, since, you know, there's so much heat at the store that I work at, or just the management is just different. Maybe management at my store just took things took it in a different way and thought they could, you know, quell the whole thing, and didn't work out.
So do you know where this originated? Like, what store was the employee wearing the Black Lives Matter mask?
Oh, I mean, I think it was a store in Seattle.
Seattle. Washington. Okay.
I think they were one of the first. I'm not sure. I'd have to go back.
Okay.
Then people at our store started doing it. They started wearing it. Then, you know, you got kicked out.
Oh my gosh.
So has your management been hard on you guys for wearing them, or have they been accepting of it?
As in, I mean, they're still they'll like, let's say I wore it, right? They'll literally just tell me, hey, like, you can take it off or put on a different face mask. But if you keep it on, I'm just gonna have to send you home. They've been doing that for the past, I don't know, I think it's almost 2 weeks now, 3 weeks.
Okay.
Um,
So how did that you guys had a walkout, right? An organized walkout. How did that go?
basically, the minute, you know, everybody organized to put on masks together, it was like an instant you got kicked out. Like, boom. Like, so so, you know, these people that got kicked out, they actually had protesters outside supporting them, waiting for them to, you know,